Hi everybody.
Hello.
So we are back, but this will be our final live stream together because next week I'll be back in New Jersey. So hopefully this will, I don't know, it'll be fun. But so we watched the most recent episode of Produce 48, and
Mm-hmm.
this is the next set of the position evaluations.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, after all, we went from 58 to 1. The other 35 went home, I think. It's like 35.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so 35 went home. And so now we're just going on to the next step. So now, how they did it this time was they had five, four, five.
Hello, Anthony.
Hello. They had 4 or 5 vocal performances, and they had maybe the
Well,
same. No, no, no. How many vocal
we
performances?
had 3 vocal performances and 2 dance performances tonight. Total for this round of evaluations, there will be 5 dance performances and 6 vocal performances.
Okay. So basically, how the first set of performances were for the top rankings, they were able to choose. Now this time, the from 13 to 58 were able to choose the song that they wanted, and then 1 through 12 were able to pick what song they wanted. So the lowest ranking member were booted to another song. So um so yeah, that's pretty much how it went. So the songs we have are for the dance, we have Fits and the Tantrum hand clap, Ariana Grande's Side to Side remix, Demi Lovato's Sorry Not Sorry remix, and Lil Mix's Touches remix.
Now, before you start counting those and you realize she said 4 and we said that there were 5, there was a twist right after they put up the song selection. So that's why there's only 4 right there.
Yeah, so the booted trainees were booted to 2 additional new songs.
Mm-hmm.
So after the songs that I'm going to read, there were 2 additional songs. So for the vocal, we had Into the New World, SNSD, The Truth Untold by BTS, Don't Know You by Hayes, Do 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 Do, Blackpink, and Energetic by 101.
Mm-hmm.
And so those are the songs that everyone had to choose. So like I said, 13 to 58 get to choose, 1 to 12 get to choose their song. Whoever had the lowest ranking got booted. Simple as that. So who are the ones that got booted had to choose between a vocal song and a dance song. So you had Mary Cree or Cre or whatever by Boa. So
Nitty Kudi.
Mary Cree. Yeah. So it was Boa's Japanese single, and Instruction by Jax Jones. It featured Demi Lovato and Stefflon Don. So yeah,
Those were all the songs.
so those are all the songs for this one. So we only got the only songs that we got tonight was Ariana Grande Side to Side, Demi Lovato Sorry Not Sorry, Don't Know You, and Energetic. So we only had 4 tonight.
And Nitty Kudi.
And Mary, yes, and the bonus song we got tonight. So next week we get the rest of the songs. So first we have Team Energetic, which is
Team Energetic was Yamada Noe, who we like.
mm-hmm.
There was a girl from Rainbow Bridge Entertainment.
Yes.
There was the girl from. There was another AKB girl in that group. And there was another girl from. Was she Starship? I don't know what one she's on. Her name was Jo Yuri, but I don't know which label she is. I'll be honest with you guys. If it's not AKB48, I really don't know what label a lot of these people are under, because I am not a trainee follower, so
Yeah.
those things usually don't matter to me.
Yeah.
But Team Energetic, their storyline prior to them going on stage was the battle for main vocalist slash are we going to keep the main vocalist like it is. So Jo Yuri was chosen as main vocalist initially, but the lady from Rainbow Bridge Goen, she wanted to be main vocalist as well. So they kind of had a little bit of a sing off, and everybody went for Jo Yuri. However, during the evaluations, the teachers were kind of like, I think that Goen's a little bit stronger. I think she would be good for the high notes. You should utilize her.
Oh, my bad. I forgot to post on Twitter. Be right back.
You
my
already
bad.
put it on Twitter.
Oh,
Like you told everybody we're gonna be on Twitter.
okay.
Yeah.
Cause I usually like post like, okay, I'm on it. Okay, whatever. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you could do it if you want to, but I mean, you did tweet that we were going to be going live, so see what happens. So yeah, Team Energetic. That was the main storyline that Mnet chose to focus on. Even though I think that there was a bonus storyline that could have been talked about, which was the rest of the group helping Noe to do her lyrics.
Yes. Oh yeah, and another thing. For the rap songs, the rapper of the group had to write their own rap.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing I forgot. Okay.
Yeah. So we had the performance for Team Energetic, and rather than making Yuri sing all of the main parts by herself, they kind of split it a little bit with Goen. And so when it came time for them to sing, they did a couple like double harmony parts.
Right.
The performance was good.
Mm-hmm.
It was energetic.
That's the word.
Yeah. And then they give the votes. So if you won the top number of votes in your particular group, you get a bonus 5,000 points towards the final point total when it comes to next week's rankings or the week after's rankings. I'm not sure if it's going to be next week. It's probably going to be the week after, so in 2 weeks, because we only got half of the performances. So I feel like it's going to be 2 weeks before we get final rankings.
Right.
So if your person got top in their group, they got an additional 5,000 points. And then from what I feel like is the case, 2 people from dance and 2 people from vocal will get an additional 100,000 points to add to their point total.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just kind of a guess because it really didn't feel like it was explained well.
No, yeah, I'm still kind of confused on that.
You might have.
I might have. Okay, never mind. Okay. Not important.
Okay. So Team Energetic, like we said, we went up, they did their thing. I thought Noe's rap performance was really strong because she just had a lot of fun on stage. She had good energy. Definitely, rapper is the position she needs to occupy if she makes it into the group.
Yeah.
Like that's her lane because she's not really a vocalist. Her voice is very raspy when she speaks.
Yeah.
I don't think that it would work for that. But rap wise, I thought she did really well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So next song, Team Haze. I will let you tell about the drama storyline for that one.
Okay. So so they're doing Hazes Don't Know You. And there was the drama with that was that Hiron, she decided to choose to be a rapper since she was a rapper for Boombaya. So she was like, oh, I'm gonna pick it, but then she started regretting it the moment she decided to pick Don't Know You because she had to write her own rap, even though, so you said from the beginning, you have to write your own rap. So the moment she picked that song, she regretted it.
Yeah, it was really annoying that they made it seem like it was a surprise to her.
Right.
When it was very clearly a part of the instructions when everybody was running towards their songs.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's just that she wasn't listening or if they want her to appear like she's that dumb. I don't know. But I was just kind of like, duh, girl.
Yeah, like they said it from the jump, like, hello. So she immediately regretted it. And so so there was 2 rappers. It was her and Minji. Park Minji. They're both rappers. So Minji is writing her own rap, but Hiron is struggling to write rap because she never wrote rap before. So she's all with the dramatics. Oh, I don't know what to write, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, have you listened? One, it's just take what you get from the song and do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really just like listen to the song. So I'm assuming, like, did she not listen to the song before? Or I don't know. But, so she was kind of struggling with that. That was pretty much the only drama because Choan and God, what's her name?
Oh gosh, I can't remember now.
Choan and
I thought Minji was the other vocalist.
she was. Who was the other? Oh, God.
So I don't know who the other rapper was.
I forgot the other rapper's
Yeah,
name.
I forgot the other rapper's name. Really didn't matter because her performance, while definitely better than Hyeon's, was not a very strong performance. She performed as if she'd watched too many episodes of Unpretty Rap Star
Show Me the Money.
and Show Me the Money.
Yeah.
You know, like in Show Me the Money and Unpretty Rap Star, they'll start rapping kind of low key, and then when they want to show you that they're getting tense, all of a sudden they start shouting it.
Right.
Yeah.
They're gonna try to build the emotion. I'm like,
yeah, it wasn't an organic build-up.
It wasn't. I feel like that rap wasn't necessary for that song, even though it was slowed down. But for that type of song, it wasn't necessary for like that kind of like dramatic rap, like kind of similar to B.I.'s rapping their song Climax for Win. Like how B.I. but see the difference because that song's like emotional, so it's fitting for that. But for Don't Know You, it wasn't necessary for her to be all like, doo, doo, doo. Like it's not.
It was a little too much.
It was a little much, but her rap was definitely better than Carol because honestly, she just took the rap from the song. So I'm not too happy with that because everyone else, at least from No Way, she wrote a rap. This girl, she wrote a rap. Here, she just took the rap from the song. I'm right, you know?
Yeah, I don't remember the rap for that song, so I can't verify that that's what happened. But now that I'm thinking about it, there was no rap in Medikuri.
No.
So I guess you don't have to have a rap. And I only mention that because we still have 3 more songs to get through in the vocal section. So is somebody going to add a rap to The Truth Untold and to Into the New World?
Yeah, because those songs don't have raps.
So I don't know.
Probably won't. They probably won't add a rap.
Okay.
Because that would make no sense.
Yeah.
Those type of, especially like The Truth Untold, is unnecessary.
Yeah. So I just thought about that right now. Like, yeah, nobody did a rap for Medikuri.
No.
So.
Because I think it was more like a ballad. I mean, it could have, but it probably wouldn't have worked for that type of song because it was just a ballad.
Yeah.
Because you don't see Boa busting out in a rap, so it's like no.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess it's just for Don't Know You because she is a rapper. He's just to figure that you're going to do a rap, but yeah. The other girl was just a little too dramatic for my liking, but honestly, I think Minji and Choan carried that performance.
And it was really sad when it came time for the votes that Minji, who was the lead vocal, the center vocal,
was last.
Yeah, got last place in her group. Of 4 people, she got 4th place.
I'm not happy about that.
I didn't think that was fair. Like, unless they did the same thing that supposedly they did last time where, like, they overdub the vocals for the rebroadcast, whereas when you're in the audience you hear live vocals. Unless she like totally bombed the live vocal, she should have at least got 2nd place.
Yeah, so I'm not too happy about that because like I said, if you watch the performance, I feel like Hyeon should be 4th because like I said, like she was trying to give it to me, but like if we talk about just straight raps, the other girl should have got it at least 3rd.
Yeah.
But no, it didn't happen like that.
So next we have Team Side to Side. I'm just calling them this. They all had their own things. Like
stupid ass names.
One of them was calling themselves Rap Curl. Not girl, Rap Curl. Like
yeah, like
little
hair. Curl. Like
yeah, and so that's why I don't go with that. I'm just going with like the songs. So Team Side to Side. I didn't watch as much of their training montage because I'm actually cooking this evening, and if you hear something go off in the background, it's probably going to be my stove, so just putting that out. So I'll let you explain kind of the training montage for Team Side to Side.
It's pretty much the dream team with this one, so all except for one girl are in the top rankings. Sion, is that how you pronounce it? Sion, yeah, she is ranked 23. No, she's like in the late 20s, or I'm sorry, early 20s. I'm going whatever, early 20s, where everyone else is either 1 or 2, whatever, in the top 12 or whatever. So this is mostly just so no singing, is just the dance. So you have to come up with the choreography for the song. Honestly, so what they were doing was, they were picking the center, and it was between Khan and Cian, or I'm gonna fuck this girl. I'm gonna fuck this girl name up. Cian. So it was between one or the other.
Cian, but with an N at the end. Okay.
So they were trying to go for center, but they chose Cian because, Khan, she's number one. Won Young, she was center already, and Yiden, the Chinese trainee, she was already center as well. So they was like, we want to give her a chance to have a center, blah blah blah. So they went with that. Okay, cool. Be fair, because Khan could have been greedy, like, no, bitch, I'm center, but no, she wanted to not be greedy, which is fine. So they go to practice and they weren't feeling it. They weren't feeling it at all. So they either could have changed the center or kept the center, but they decided to keep the center, and I guess they decided to just keep working on just trying to build her confidence, because her confidence went down because feeling that, she wasn't that great compared to the other girls and things like that. Which I do agree, honestly, in my opinion. She wasn't bad, but she wasn't as the other girls. So the performance actually goes and
it was a mediocre performance.
It
from
was.
everyone.
Yeah, honestly, if we're talking about, no, we didn't talk about the other team yet. No. Okay, I'll say that for the after the other dance team. But yeah, like, it wasn't nothing spectacular. It wasn't nothing groundbreaking or like, oh shit. There wasn't any of those for those moments for that team. So how the rankings went, Midu, AKB48, she was number one,
which was surprising
because they barely showed her during the whole segment leading up to the performance. Like, they barely showed her. They barely showed her during the actual performance. So I'm very surprised that she actually got ranking number one. And two was probably Cotton, right?
I think it might have been.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, she was third. I remember she was third.
Oh, so I
think it was Wan Young.
Wan Young was second.
Yeah.
And then last was Cian.
Yeah, who was the center.
She was the center. She ended up being last.
Yeah. Which, I watched the performance before we watched the show, because all the performances were on YouTube. And I remember when we watched the performance on YouTube, I had no idea who the center of that group was. So as a center, she definitely failed in that mission.
Yeah.
But more importantly, like, dance-wise, the group just really didn't have a good choreo. And part of the challenge was, if you are the dance group, you have to create your own choreo. Having no one on that group who is, I guess, strong in that particular talent really was a disservice to them. Even though Kayan is a great dancer, I mean, we've seen it with After School, and we've seen it with her individual performances, but I don't think choreography is a strength for her. So without having someone strong in choreography, they just didn't really have much of a chance. And I thought Kayan did a good job as leader, because she really did try to pep things up, and she was offering candy and like doing all that kind of stuff, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah.
It wasn't enough. So next we have Team Boa. That's what I'm calling it, because Murikuri is hard to keep saying. Team Boa.
I want to say Team Boa.
Yeah. So Team Boa's training montage, from what I gather, was the fact that these were a bunch of girls who lost their places in the songs they really wanted to sing.
And they were all low-ranking trainees.
They were all very low-ranking. Like, number 58 was in that group.
Yeah.
And so they were kind of like, I don't know what I'm going to do, because I'm singing a song I didn't want to sing, and I'm just so disheartened.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Number 58.
Number 58 was ecstatic. She was excited.
Right.
Nanami?
She didn't want to be in the dance one. She wanted to be in the vocal. But I think that song was closed. So, like, I guess after they get enough people, that you can't pick that song anymore.
Yeah, they had like a limit of how many members could be in each song.
Right.
And she was dead last.
Yeah.
So she had to pick whatever spot was open, and the only spot that was open was for Sorry Not Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was there. Want, even if the song is full, which all of them were,
Yeah.
whoever is the lowest ranked on that line
Was
gets
bumped.
pushed to this extra group. So
Right.
she was like ready. She's
She
like,
was like,
somebody please, just.
she was ready to go.
Yeah, she was trying to book.
Right.
So she seemed like she was happy with it, and her performance showed. It was her strongest performance on the show thus far. I still don't really like her because I did not like the practice montages that Mnet showed from the Boombayah performance from before, but she did give a good vocal, and the performance itself was a very cute performance. Like, they did a lot of looking at each other and being very sweet and sincere, and it was lovely.
Yeah. I mean, it was a Christmas song, so you're gonna have that.
And
like,
it's
that
July.
Vibe.
I have no idea why we were doing a
don't know.
Christmas song in July.
Out of all the boa songs in Japan they picked that song. Why? Why? Like, the woman has like 40 something singles in Japan, and you pick that Christmas song?
I don't know. I have no idea. I can't. But yeah, the performance was all white dresses with little red ribbons, and bare white trees in the background, and kind of a falling snow effect.
Yeah, Christmas
it was very,
July.
Christmas for lovers, give me a kiss. Like that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I did think that the girl who was the lead vocal did a really good job. Like, her voice sounded very strong.
Yeah.
And that was nice. And then the girl who was the leader / second lead vocal with the longer dark hair and kind of darker skin.
Yeah.
I thought she performed very well vocal wise in the song. The rest of the girls were extremely forgettable. And I don't know if it's just because the rest were extremely
I mean, it didn't sound bad. It's just, it was just like, okay.
Yeah, like they all said
really good.
Yeah, and there was actually one Korean trainee, Kim So-hee, that I didn't realize she was a Korean trainee until they showed her name on the screen, because when they were singing in Japanese, she sounded like a Japanese trainee.
Right.
Like, her pronunciation was good, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, and it's just not our cup of tea in terms of music. But I do think they won first place in that group, and I think their rankings were very fair. For the way they performed, their rankings were probably the most in keeping with how people actually performed.
Yep. And
then last we have team Sorry Not Sorry, which I will let you talk about their training montage, because again, I was busy.
So Sorry Not Sorry, what was the issue with that one? I think the issue with that one was, what was it? Sorry Not Sorry.
It was about like, y'all are all top dancers, but you're not dancing like top dancers, something like that.
Something like that, because they were saying that when they were doing the rehearsals for Side to Side, they said that Unbi's group was better than Khan's group. And I was like, oh, like, that's, like, I'm like, you got mostly top trainees in that group. So I was like, I think that's probably the issue. Like, they are top, because I think a lot of them were actually like really good dancers.
Our favorite dancer, Icheon, was on that team.
Yeah.
So we were looking forward to it, which I know this is an unpopular opinion, but she kind of looks like Zico to me.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I can kind of see that.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Unbi, I think
Unbi was the center.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think that's the Willem training.
I don't recall. Oh,
I think so.
Here, let's take care of this. I got stuff in the oven. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay, so yes, I think that's the Willem trainee, and let me see. Let's see. Yeah, because I think that's her, if I'm not mistaken. So hello, hi Dante. So I'm trying to think what. Yeah, I think that's probably the issue with them, is the fact that they are top training, but they were kind of like dancing like it. I think they kind of had like a little. They were kind of like kind of not so coordinated at first when they were doing like the practice and stuff like that. So I'm trying to remember who is the center for the Sorry Not Sorry performance. I think Unbi, yes. Okay, yes. So she was the center. Um, but I think also was that the group where someone was like, "Oh, we'll share some of the." Yes. So also I forgot what I think it was Cheyenne. Cheyenne, she decided she wanted to kind of like share some of the spotlight with the other girls, so it's not just like all on her. If that makes any sense. If I remember, I don't know why it's hard to because we literally just finished not too long ago. But my memory is
Maybe a half hour ago.
yeah, so my memory is pretty shit. But yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that's the group where they kind of like shared some of the spotlight and stuff like that. That makes any sense. Um,
They suffered from the same problem that just about every group that is considered the Avengers suffers from, and that's when you have so many good dancers that it's difficult for anybody to stand out.
right.
You know, of course, we're all checking for Chan because she's our fave. But had somebody put masks on them and asked me to judge who was the best, I would have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, Unbi, she had like a little solo spot. Was pretty cool. But I just when you think about both, if you watch both group performances, the dance ones, it was like
The dances were the least memorable performances.
yeah, like the vocals were way better than the dancing because it was typical girl group dance routines, like hair flipping and the whole like I've seen that in like countless girl groups. So it's like I was kind of hoping for someone to come up with something that stood out more that made any sense. Like if you compare to some of the dances from the season 2, 9 day, and yeah, so I was kind of disappointed a little bit because I kind of was hoping that the girls were gonna like show out, they're dancers, so they, they have more skills to kind of show than vocals because I mean, obviously you can't have people just doing runs the whole time, so you kind of have to like dial back with that. But dancing is kind of like the floor is kind of like you have open opportunity to show your skills. So those were very lackluster. So I'm hoping next week the dance groups are better, but so yeah, so that was pretty much the performances. But I guess we'll talk about like our favorites. So our favorite for Team Energetic was Noe, which is one of my favorites.
Yeah, she's just fun.
Yeah,
she's fun times.
Yeah, so and I actually like the fact that she decided to write a rap in Korean, even though she's not a rapper because there's no rapper in AKB48. So
yeah,
the fact that she took that challenge to write a rap, I thought that was pretty cool. And Yuri,
she was the lead vocal for the Energetic team.
Yeah, I thought she was really good.
She has a nice vocal texture. Like her the sound of her voice is very nice.
I think the sub vocal, she was good too. She just needed a little more oomph, but no one was bad. Like honestly, there was no like all these performances. There weren't anyone that was like awful. Now compared to the first set of performances, I think like kind of like the fat was cut off.
Yeah,
if that makes any sense. Like
definitely, all the girls who went home definitely left you with a lean set of team members here. Right. Everybody kind of knowing they had to step their game up.
Right.
With Jo Yuri and Goan, I think that the difference with them is really a matter of song choice. Like I think if Yuri had been given a different song, she wouldn't have performed as well, but Energetic suited her vocal tone.
Right.
Whereas I think that Goan, if you give her a different kind of song, I think that she could do very well. Like the kind of song I could see her singing is something like I could see her singing that, like the So You duet. Like she has that kind of a voice, and it just didn't really match with this particular song.
Right.
But she did a great job as a support vocal for Yuri. So I mean, she still held her own. Yeah. It's just that she wasn't meant to be a lead vocal for this particular song.
Yeah. But yeah, everyone this episode I thought were there wasn't no like evident like they're bad.
Yeah, there wasn't anybody that I was looking at them on stage and thinking, damn, what are you doing?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like you like some more than others.
Yeah.
So yeah.
At least not for Energetic. We can talk about the team where I did feel like somebody was lackluster.
Yeah, but like I said, comparing to like the first performances to now, totally different. Like the vibe is different. You know what I'm saying? I guess more is like we get to see like more group dynamics and stuff like that. So yeah. So our favorite from the Team Hayes was Choan. She was the leader for Boombayah.
Mm-hmm.
Like we always say, I'm sorry, Group 2. That was blasphemous that they won. That, but she carried that group. You can say what you want, but she did.
On her back.
All on her back. Like, all... She carried that fucking performance.
Yeah, and I still can't believe how enamored the public is of Hyewon. I'm sorry. I mean, people who don't believe that beauty is privilege, watch this show.
Mm-hmm.
Hyewon is a gorgeous girl.
Yeah.
Like, she looks like she should be going into acting instead of idol singing.
She kind of looks like Sojin from Girls' Day. A little bit.
Yeah,
To me, she does.
She's very, very pretty.
Yeah.
But she has got one of the most timid, scaredy cat personalities, and her performances are bland. I'm sorry. When she gets on stage, she is dead-eyed and kind of just going through the motions. Mm-hmm. And for this Hey song, she was completely uncharismatic. Like, there was just nothing charming about her on stage.
Right.
But she did a good job of being like, well, please vote for me. And,
mm-hmm.
you know, I want to steal your heart. Obviously, Mnet loves her, but I just found her to be completely lacking, and I really hope that she gets sent home. And obviously, her charm didn't follow her through that performance, because even though she should have been fourth, she only was able to carry her charm up to third place, which is rightfully so, because she was not good.
Yeah.
And I challenge you to watch that performance back and think anything else.
Right. I mean, the other rapper, even though I felt like the rap was a little much, but she had more energy. She had more, like, passion when she was rapping. Like, she felt it.
Yeah.
Unlike her, she was like... Yeah, it was kind of, she was like reading the damn lyric. Like, there was no emotion. The song is like, I mean, I don't know the lyrics to Don't Know You, but I mean...
One of the things about K-pop that a lot of people don't understand is that you can listen to a K-pop song without knowing the lyrics or the translation, and you can still get a general gist of what the song is about because of the inflections in a person's voice or the way they act out the song. If you were to blindfold me and ask me anything about the content of her lyrics, I couldn't tell you. And then if you took the blindfold off and had me watch her, I still couldn't tell you what the hell her lyrics were alluding to, because there was nothing about her performance that gave you any clue as to what she was actually talking about. Like, she was completely context free. And I just think as a performer, she has to give more.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll see if she makes it. But yeah, that was like, out of everyone, this episode, she was like...
She was the one I was the most like, please go home. Please absolutely go home.
Mm-hmm.
And the vocalists for the Hayes performance were really, really good. They were very, very good.
Yeah, I'm bummed that she...
Fourth,
yeah.
She was the lead vocalist and came in fourth. I don't understand what the live audience heard.
I don't know either. But like, I swear, like, if we could go to Korea and go to a taping, I would love to, because I want to hear what they're hearing.
Yeah, and it's not like she was somebody who got pushed into the vocal position who really didn't want to.
No.
During the practice, she was playing the piano and singing the song and working on the harmony, and she sounded good throughout the practices. I don't get it. I don't get it. But my favorites were definitely the two vocalists. They carried that performance. They were really, really good. I wouldn't mind seeing them do something on their own, kind of a bubblegum thing. I think that'd be cute.
That would be cool.
Okay.
So for teams side to side, obviously Khan's our favorite because...
After school was done dirty, we want to see somebody win.
Right. Woo Young.
She's cute.
I like her. There's something, I don't know what it is, but
she's
something
cute
about her. Yeah, I think, like, visually, I can totally see her in this group. Like, she's kind of like a Chunga. Like, visually, I can see it. So I don't know what it is, but just something about her I like. And Yiden, the Chinese trainee, like her too.
I like her because I like her big ears, but also, you know, she did a backflip, I think, during the performance.
Or like a front.
I don't know. She's different. She's
Very athletic.
She's very athletic. She's shaped like a string bean, and she's got a cute face with big ears. You know, she's got charm, but in terms of talent wise, I don't think that performance that any of them would have qualified to be my fave if I didn't have any backstory on them.
Next we have the Boa team. So we have
the two main vocalists were our faves.
Yeah. So Haeun and Hustle.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean,
cut and dry. That's it.
Yeah. They gave very stable vocal performances.
Yeah.
They pulled off notes where they were supposed to pull off notes. They just sounded very strong. They sounded ready to record, and for that reason alone, they were faves for the performance.
Yeah, and then finally we have Team Sorry Not Sorry. So we have Cheon, who was another favorite of ours.
Fave just because she deserves better.
And Eunbi,
who she did her job as a center.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put it that way. Like when they were performing and it was time for her to do her center duties, she looked like a center, which is more than you could say for Team Side to Side. Their center did not look like a center. Their center wasn't even dressed like a center. To be quite honest with you, like they should have all had red shirts except for her, and she should have had a white shirt, because even the way she was dressed didn't indicate that she was the center of that group.
Right.
Yeah, so that's pretty much everything for this episode. I saw a comment, looks like we missed one.
Yeah, so I feel that this has become more of a visual thing instead of a talent thing. Yeah.
Definitely. Even though Miru, I wouldn't consider her visual, so the fact that she came in first, she must have been doing something on stage that we didn't catch. She's not a bad looking girl.
No.
She actually has kind of an older look.
She looks older, but she's probably not. She's probably not older,
young.
But she looks older, but she's probably not.
Yeah, and she's shorter than the other girls for sure. So I'm not sure what happened on stage that caused her to get first place.
And then, like we said, during the playback, they barely showed her.
Yeah.
So that's what's making me even more confused, because I'm like, y'all barely showed her during the performance. Y'all barely showed her during the playback. So how the hell did she get number one? I don't know, because we watched the performance last night, because everyone knows subs don't go up for Produce 101 until Saturday. Mm-hmm. And so Friday night, the performances are already up on YouTube already. So we said, screw it, watch it. And yeah, so I don't know. This voting shit gives me a headache. Oh, and also with the points, so everything is reset. And whoever is first place in the group gets 5,000 points. And if I'm correct, whoever gets the one or two in their position, they get 100,000 points. So certain people are going to get 105,000 points.
Yeah, which, you know, depending on how many votes come in overall, could be the difference between being saved and going home, or could even be the difference between being saved and being top 12.
Right.
So, you know, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But I need to see the other performances. I need to see Did It Do, Into the New World, The Truth Untold, Hand Clap, and Touch. Oh, and Instruction.
Mm-hmm.
I need to see those performances, because I don't know that we've seen the best that they have to offer, but of all the performance of the night, the performance that I wouldn't mind seeing over and over again is the Hayes performance. I thought that was really good. Mm-hmm. And the vocal performance that I thought was the best vocal besides the Hayes was definitely Miri Kri. I did not think that the energetic vocal was memorable. And I didn't think either of the dance performances were memorable. Even though everybody's talking about how legendary the Sorry Not Sorry performance was, the best part of that performance was them doing this when they were stomping across the floor, because I thought that was a cute note, because, you know, sorry. But other than that, nope.
No. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Like, I have a feeling that with Into the New World, they're going to do like the acoustic one.
Well, yeah, because they're vocals, so they don't really have to dance. Which, can I just say, Do is not a vocal song.
Where?
It's not a vocal song.
Yeah, that's another thing that we were confused at. I would have preferred do 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 for dance song than vocal.
Yeah, and I would have subbed it for Sorry Not Sorry. Sorry
Right.
Not Sorry could have been a vocal song because Demi Lovato is a vocalist.
Right. Or even Little Miss Touch.
Yeah.
Because they're vocalists.
But
so,
to
yeah.
put Do as a vocal song, especially knowing what kind of raps it has, I guess they only put it there to give more rapper positions. But other than that, it's not a song for somebody who sings, in my opinion.
Right.
You know, but I could be wrong. It just doesn't seem like a very difficult to sing song.
No, it doesn't seem hard. I get a notification. No, it doesn't seem hard, really. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it up, Mason.
Oh.
Right, I guess every time you do a live stream, he's at work, but.
Oh, Sunday night's his night.
Yeah,
yeah, Blackpink's Do.
Yeah.
I just don't see that as being a vocal performance song.
No.
I mean, I just think it would have been stronger as a dance performance song, especially because like the choreo for the song, performance-wise, is not tough choreo, and since you have to come up with new choreo, it would give you an opportunity to do something a little bit exciting, a little bit different.
Yeah.
But yeah, dance
And
is much better fit than vocal.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really here for the Truth Untold Me because that's like my least favorite song on.
A lot of people
Tier.
really love that song. Personally, because I'm an old lady and I like corny stuff, Pluto is my favorite song.
It's an intense dance. Yeah, but yeah, it's like if we're talking about dancing, because the thing is that there's two, like just like Ariana Grande's at the side was more like it's a sexual song, so you have sexy dancing. Demi Lovato, Sorry Not Sorry is not a sexy song per se, like lyric wise, but I guess like the vibe of the song is like more like sassy. But yeah, I just feel like Do would have had that but I guess we already had that type of song with hand clapping instructions, so I guess I don't.
Which can we talk about how much promotion YG is getting on this show?
Mm-hmm.
They've done 2 Blackpink songs in a row in terms of weeks. I don't think that any other group has had that kind of presence on the show. And I mean, there's not even that many songs in the Blackpink discography. So should they decide to do another Blackpink song, you have to wonder how much money YG is sliding across the table, because that just seems like a lot.
And especially where I think there's like maybe some underlining beef between YG and that's also interesting as well.
But then YG volunteers people to go on the show.
It's confusing because like when it comes to Mama Time, like last year was weird. Like I think last year was the year that no one from YG was there. That was weird as hell. So yeah, like Red Velvet and Twice have more songs than Blackpink.
Yeah.
I mean,
and that's not us trying to be critical to Blackpink or anything. Just like in sheer volume of songs in the catalog, you can't deny that there are more physical audio clips for Red Velvet and Twice than there are for Blackpink, because YG doesn't release a lot of songs for them, you know. And so I think that it would make more sense for an artist with a larger catalog to be more represented. Like, I'm just surprised there's not more SNSD songs, honestly, because they are also a group that has a very deep Japanese catalog.
Right.
And so I could definitely see these girls doing like Karma Butterfly or Paparazzi or one of the other Japanese songs.
Paparazzi.
Catch Me If You Can. Mr. Taxi, the Japanese version.
Hell, Genie.
Yeah, so I'm just surprised that they're not doing maybe more of that. And also, I am disappointed that out of all the songs that were given to Galaxy Supernova, that's a great one. Of all the songs that were given to them to perform for dance and vocals, there was only one Japanese song in the entire thing. And again, I feel like it's a bias against the Japanese music market, for them not to have included more Japanese lyrical songs. Even if you're going to go with K-pop acts and using their Japanese releases, you should make more of the Korean trainees have to sing in Japanese.
Yeah,
I think that's fair.
Yeah, it's like give them a challenge, because the Japanese already have to do shit in Korean why not have Korean, the training do shit in Japanese?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, because how my vision of how this group is going to go, it's possible that they're going to do stuff in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So the earlier the better.
Yeah, definitely. And there's a lot of K-pop Japanese material out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can go through some of Big Bang's releases. They've got some just only in Japan stuff.
Super Junior,
TXQ,
BoA.
Shiny, BoA, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
2 p.m. if you're going on the JYP side. The Wonder Girls have released Japanese material, so you've got that going on. So there are a lot of K-pop artists who have a very strong presence in Japan.
Yeah.
More boy groups than girl groups.
Yeah.
Just to be completely fair.
Yeah.
But definitely enough to where they could have more Japanese songs available for performance on the show.
Yeah, I mean, if it was a couple of years ago, you would have said Tiara, After School, Kara, Girls' Generation, 21. I'm trying to think.
What I miss? A lot. We've been on now for about 46 minutes.
Yeah, we were just kind of recapping this recent episode of Produce 48. I'm trying to think of any of the girl groups that were like kind of like making moves in Japan at the time.
Well, Red Velvet just recently had a Japanese song, so they could perform Cookie Jar. Cookie Jar would be a cute song to perform.
I was thinking about like older groups, but I was kind of like drawing a blank. Like I said, yeah, School, Kara, 21.
Yeah, After School's got Orange Caramel has got Japanese songs. Orange Caramel would be a great group because their aesthetic is very Japanese.
Yeah, that'd be cool if they did like Catalina or My Lipstick or whatever. So, random, I just found out Galaxy Supernova was in Japanese after like 5 years.
Yeah.
But
and we were talking about that, how, SNSD has a very deep Japanese catalog that can be drawn from if you're looking for songs in Japanese for these girls to sing. And, there's plenty of Japanese artists. There's Perfume.
Yeah.
There is all the AKB songs. They've only performed one AKB song on the show so far.
And all the subunits for AKB.
Yeah, so, there's definitely a lot of music there. There's Electric Girls. There's a lot of Japanese groups that could be contributing songs for the show, and I just don't understand why we don't have more of that present.
Yeah. I would like a little bit more diversity, but I mean, besides that, Morning Museum, I think I've heard of them.
Morning Matsume.
And that one singer I've heard,
Kari Pamya.
Yeah, like her. Like, I know she's super popular. Not even just in Japan, but just worldwide. Like, I know a lot of people talk about her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know her music, but I know the name, I know the face, and I know she's like, it's like Katy Perry, Gaga, like aesthetic wise, not sound, but just like aesthetic, like we're like really like over the top Japanese. Her.
Yeah, there's so many artists that they could be pulling material from, and the fact that they're being lazy is really what I feel. I feel like they're being lazy, and I don't understand why, dance-wise, you have so many English language songs. Like, all of the dance songs are English language songs.
Mm-hmm.
So, did y'all even run out of Korean songs?
Yeah, like
that
just
doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, because some of them we didn't even I never heard of. Like that,
the hand clap song I'd never heard of.
I looked up in the comments and they were saying that it was because it was popular in Korea because it was in a Korean commercial. Mm-hmm. Now, Instruction, never heard that song.
Seems like a decent song, but
yeah.
Again, all these English language songs, I just don't understand that.
Yeah, even like when they were doing auditions, like I don't know how many times they did Tinashe Super Love. I'm like, okay, if you're gonna do Tinashe, do another song. All Hands on Deck, 2 on. No drama. I don't know. Like she doesn't have, and that's not like her only song, or whatever. But yeah, it's just like they always like pick like the English song. I'm like, okay, but there's other.
We missed a comment.
Yeah. Maybe because Japanese companies are anal with the copyrights and they can't perform it because Mnet can get permission.
I feel like if that's the case, they should have been asking for permission months ago.
Yeah.
Like, it shouldn't have been like, okay, we got to film a show next week, ask them if we can use that song. Because they knew that they were going to be doing Produce
This was
48
last year.
a while ago. Like,
Yeah.
it's been out there, so
Yeah.
they've had quite a bit of time to request copyright clearance for this show, and I feel like somebody just didn't work all that hard.
No, because I mean, they announced it during the Japanese Mamas, but they probably was planning it since last year.
Yeah, because you can't announce stuff like that without having an agreement in place.
Right.
So, yeah, they've been working on it for a while. And, I mean, especially because they're working with the AKB organization, so there's plenty of songs in that catalog that you could pull from.
Like, Heavy Rotation's a very popular song for one of their most popular songs. AKB48. I don't know a lot of them because I'm fairly new to AKB48, but some. I said E-Girls from LDH, Baby Metal. That would be interesting to see someone do something from Baby Metal, because Baby Metal is like metal mixed with J-pop. So that'd be interesting to see at least someone dance to something like that, because they do dance. If you know anything about Baby Metal, it says, I mean, there's a handful of OG generation of J-pop groups and new generation of J-pop groups. And so yeah, it is a money grab after all. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's like, yeah, they could have took one of those Japanese groups, like even like, yeah, like it didn't have to be recent groups. It could have been like
there's
older
like
groups.
old songs. Like, okay, I don't know if any of you listen to Vaporwave, but there's a lot of Japanese R&B singers from the 80s that they take their songs and they turn it into Vaporwave songs. I could see them pulling some of that out of their hat, and that would be really cool in my opinion, but I don't know. I guess they don't want to go that route, but I think we're missing a lot, and I think it's unfair.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how this goes as the show goes on and stuff like that. So
yeah. Anybody got any questions about anything? Because we're pretty much done with the Produce 48 talk, because we have been talking about it now for close to an hour. So, I mean, the show's only 2 hours. We've given you quite a bit of food for thought here.
Yeah, so, I mean, if you want to ask us anything or anything like that. So I can only see Dreamcatcher covering Baby Metal, TBH. Rock isn't popular in Korea anyway. That is true. I mean, it depends on who you are. Like, because see, I always think, like, I always compare FT Island and CN Blue. I see FT Island is more like...
I think rock is not popular in K-pop, but I think that there are rock bands who are either older or not on the radar that are very popular in Korea. Because, like, I know I've always heard people talk about Nell, and Nell is more of a rockish band. I mean, they're like a vocal indie kind of band.
Yeah, they're not like heavy. They're not like FT Island, like heavy rock, but they are like kind of like, I don't want to say alternative.
That's what I'm saying, indie maybe.
Yeah.
So I think there is a market for it, but it's not a market that a lot of us are exposed to.
Right.
And this group is a group that is supposed to appeal to the widest market possible, meaning children, young people, international fans. Like, it's all of that kind of easily digestible pop music.
Right.
So yeah, of course, you know, rock wouldn't be one of the things on display because it's not easily digestible. But I think the kind of rock that Baby Metal does is very visually appropriate for this show. You know, especially with some of the Japanese trainees. Like, I totally think that this would be something that would work for them.
Yeah, I mean, because like I was saying, we're like comparing, like we're talking about rock being popular in Korea. Like, I compare, like I say CN Blue is more like a Maroon 5 to me, because like they're not heavy rock, but they're not all the way pop, if that makes any sense. Like like you think of Maroon 5, boom, I think of CN Blue. FT Island, they're rock. Like, they are rock to the core, and I honestly, I can't think of a group that was kind of like...
Well, there's In Flying, there's Day 6, you know, there's some other rock-ish groups out there.
Young Bada is another one. They did that Shalala song you hear in all variety shows. Oh, that's the song I hear? Never knew the name of it.
What is the name of that song? I feel like I need to write this down.
Yeah. Young Bada is another one. So the song Shalala. The Shalala.
Man, you have done something I've been asking about for so long.
Yeah.
What is that fucking song?
Yeah, like I hear it so much.
All the time.
But we
all the time.
Never know where it came from. Never. Like there's a lot of these things. I mean, like obviously the one from like, yeah, you are my destiny, like that.
Yeah.
I know it's from like one of them dramas.
That was Gummy from Descendants of the Sun, I think.
Okay.
You are my destiny.
The other one, it's like it's that, but it's like another one. I know it, but it's not coming to me because I have no idea what the fuck the name of it is. But y'all know what I'm talking about. But I would say Bakjian. I think the song's called Starlight.
Fading Starlight. Fading Starlight, because it's got a lot of views on here, so I think that's the one.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Yeah, like all those shits you hear, like those little news. I'm sorry, like those little song
Every time
bites
somebody's supposed to look in love, that is the song.
Mm-hmm. All them damn song bites and shit. We're like, where does that come from? I never know. I never know. I was like,
What's not near the beginning of the song?
like, oh my gosh.
He looks like Annie.
This song's dated. It
Yes.
says, Simply released an article and it talks about BAP's recent concert. The members shared it might possibly be their last concert. Okay, I know about this, but I kind of didn't want to talk about it right now because I just don't.
You'll be talking about it on your own because I don't have any feelings about that.
Yeah, like I think I'll make my own video about it because obviously BAP is a group that I've been following since 2013 and they're like up there with Big Bang. So I think I'll express my feelings in another video. No, it's cool. I'm not gonna like, it's just, like I said, it's just,
she has stronger feelings than I do.
yeah, I have stronger feelings, yeah. So I'm like, I don't want to do this right now because I can go on, and I don't want to do that here. I'll do that in my own video. I'll do that when I'll probably do it sometime this week. I accept either way it goes. I just want the guys to be happy. Yeah. So yeah, like sometime this week I'll do my own video kind of getting more in depth on my feelings about this whole possible disbandment thing.
I just feel like TS needs to burn to the ground. Like whether or not BAP breaks up or not, I just feel
Right,
like TS needs to burn to the
shop.
ground. I don't see anybody having the capability of being successful on that label because that label does not set up their artists for success.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's I'll talk about that. I'll probably do that tomorrow. I'll do that. So if y'all want our face to be happy no matter what happens. Yeah, man.
Yeah, you know, I mean, because the alternative of them not being happy is terrible. So, you know, whatever it does to keep you around and living a better life, that's what is wanted.
Mm-hmm. But I'm saying what else? I saw something on YouTube earlier today, which was very interesting. So the contract year is next year, right? Agreed TS and Star Empire needs to burn to the ground. Yeah, Star Empire, they are holding on by a thread, man. What they got? M Flying. No, I'm sorry. M Fat. Girl. Okay, who could I? I'm sorry. No, I'm talking about M Fat. Sorry.
No, after the very first video where they were kissing each other's nipples, I was just like, no, this is, you're doing way too much.
And Nine Music, like that's it. Like Nine Music is pretty much holding that company together.
Yeah, with Kyungri's single, by the way, it wasn't a bad song. It was a boring song.
I didn't even hear it.
It's fine. It's just boring. She is somebody who works better in a group than by herself, and that's just what it is.
Yeah, but
she's a star in a group. She's kind of mediocre as a solo.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't listen to it, so.
Yeah, I did.
But yeah, the video I saw, it was interesting because of course, you know, the whole trend with unpopular K-pop opinions and shit like that. But this one was different. because this person was very harsh. Like, it was definitely not what normally is said in these videos. The person was very hard. I can't remember exactly like what they said, like verbatim, but I was very interested because again they were honest and they were pretty harsh. I think it was a little too harsh in some aspects, but you know, it is what it is. So yes, Kangmi is my bias, but gotta call a spade a spade. It was so boring. Damn.
She's beautiful though. She is beautiful, and they had her dressed beautifully. It just was it was a middle of the road song. It would be a B-side on a Nine Muses project.
Damn.
It wouldn't even be a title track on a Nine Muses project.
Let's see. I don't really what's been going on lately. Okay, I want to talk about Jay Park because I heard his EP early when it came when it came out. I heard it. So let me get my thoughts on it. I wasn't too excited to be honest because I wasn't feeling Soju and I wasn't feeling fuck shit up. So I wasn't expecting anything like I just wasn't. So hearing everything, in my opinion, okay. It was like, because we were in the car yesterday and we were listening to New Breed and Everything You Wanted last night.
Everything You Wanted is great.
Yeah, like if
the physical copy is kind of weird because it's like a magazine and then a CD single is the way it's packaged.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
song wise, it's a really well put together collection of songs.
Now, had he did something like that for his EP, that would have been fine.
In popular opinion, I wasn't feeling Soju. I thought it was also boring. Soju was typical, and that's the thing with Jay Park. Like, him in the context of K-pop is atypical. Him in the context of American mumble rap, that genre, Soju was typical. And I think that Jay Park doesn't need to be typical. I think he needs to be something special. I don't understand what kind of support he's getting on Rock Nation for them to come out with these songs. Like, I feel like maybe the most support he's getting is like, we'll pay for a video, we'll make sure you can get a hot feature. 2 Chainz isn't doing anything right now. But even 2 Chainz, and that's not saying anything against 2 Chainz, because 2 Chainz does music that I like, he is not even as hot a feature as I think Rock Nation could provide for Jay.
Now, this was like 2012? Maybe. Because he was hot back in 2012. Not so much now. Just saying. So he should have tossed the Rich the Kid. Yeah, Rich the Kid, because see, I'm not a fan of these mumble rappers. So I already knew once they said Rich the Kid was on the song, I already knew what I was expecting, and that's what the hell I got. Honestly, I heard it. I heard Jay first. I skipped to the next song. Deadass. I was like, all right, next. Yeah. It was that simple. So like I said, I don't know if this is just some like experimenting he's doing or what. It's not awful, but I know he's done better. Like listening to the albums last night brought back memories of when I first listened to Jay Park. It's like, damn, these songs were so good. Yeah, Everything You Want is way like light years better than Ask About Me.
Well, you know, Jay Park has this idea that like he's got this rapper persona and then this pop star singing persona, and that the two have to be separate. I don't think he realizes he's at his best when those two are combined. You know, his pop star stuff, I don't think he needs to go all the way pop star, because I do think he fits well in the kind of K-hip-hop subgenre.
Right.
But when he tries to go completely hip-hop rap, it doesn't work out that well, because I think that there's a bit of a put on there, if you will. Like a kind of a pretending or fronting or an acting that just it doesn't work for me.
Right. So like prime example, his worldwide album was done right after he did Show Me the Money. So he wanted to do a whole rap album. Okay. Um, I liked Worldwide, but at the same time, I think every song on there was a feature, except for like two.
There were only 2 songs on World that I liked, and both of them had videos, and he sang on both of those songs, so that's why I like them. Like, I love Mome to this day,
Oh yeah.
but he did a combination of singing and rapping, and that's his sweet spot. And then he did the other song with Yenna in the video.
Oh,
I cannot think of the name of the
you
video.
know, the one
Yes.
on occasion.
Yeah,
Uh huh.
yeah, which he
Yeah.
did was a combination of singing and rapping. That right there is his sweet spot.
Yes.
That is where he's best.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that he understands that. I think he thinks that those were hits because of his rapping. Not at all. Those were hits because of his kind of sing-songy rapping, and then him bringing like another rapper on to deliver like the firm rap voice.
Right. But yeah, just like thinking about Worldwide, it's like, yeah, like the features kind of carried the song.
Mm. And where he like just straight up raps on a song, those songs don't work for me.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, for me, it depends on the song. Like, besides those songs, I like the song with him and Tableau. I kind of like the song Fuckboy. I mean, maybe because he was throwing shit at JYP. That was kind of funny. But, yeah, like, just if this rapper shit is what he's going for, I'm going to need him to, okay, release his EP. Don't do it again. Don't do it again.
Yeah.
Don't do it again. Just what's working in Korea can work in America.
It can
It
because
really can.
there aren't a lot of the mumble rappers who are doing like real singing.
Yeah,
That's not
auto-tune singing, actual singing.
Yeah,
Not that many.
Tekashi 69 is not, belting out the hits. The Migos, they've got a little bit of vocals going, but it's still, again, it's not singing.
No.
And that's what makes Jay Park unique, and that's what he needs to capitalize on instead of what he's currently doing, because that was what's unique. That is what's unique
Right.
for him.
For like example, Chris Brown, right? We know Chris Brown rapping is not the greatest, but we know that he can sing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when he's done songs like that where he did singing and rapping, it worked.
But when he's just trying to straight up rap, no. Go away.
No.
Leave me alone.
Just
Look at me now as an anomaly. Don't try that no more.
no.
Drake is another good example, like was brought up in the chat, of somebody who sings and raps. And I think that's more of Jay Park's lane, for sure.
Right. It says, oh yeah, I didn't buy the hype with Rock Nation. They didn't do anything with Melanie Fiona. They really did.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, I don't know what the hell happened. Honestly, I was surprised he signed with Rock Nation because I feel like they only really focus on like certain people, mainly J.
I don't
Cole.
understand what the signing means, I guess is what I'm focused on. Like, I can't even really name any hot artists on Rock Nation. Like, just, so what does the signing actually mean? Does it mean that, like, they represent you for your U.S. activities, that they're your management company, that you have a certain amount of records that you are contractually obligated to release for them?
Yeah, like
I don't understand what his signing with them means.
Right. So, like, for example, DJ Khaled's on Rock Nation, but it's more just a management deal. So, like, they manage him in his career. Whereas J. Cole, he is an artist on Rock Nation. So he has albums that he has to provide for however long his contract is. Jay, I don't know where the line is. I don't know where he fits it. I don't know if it's just management or if he's like, he has to give them albums. I don't know. I mean,
And does this preclude him from his Korean activities? Does Jay give a part of his Korean money to Rock Nation. I don't know. That's unclear to me. So yeah, I wish him the best.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's a physical release for this new EP, I'll buy it. I'll buy it just to support the cause.
I would, yeah.
Other than
I'm
that,
not sure if it is though. But
other than that, I'm really not interested, and I wish him well. But he's not doing the things that I like for him, and it's always been like that with him. It's always been kind of a tug of war, push and pull. So best of luck.
yeah, I mean, I said this before, but I just find it hysterical. Like the day his EP came out was the day he signed to Rock Nation. Now, you see him, he's doing radio interviews and random ass freestyles and shit.
That he probably worked on several weeks in advance.
Mm-hmm. Got 3 videos out. See, on the other hand, nothing. But yeah, I think I'm bringing that shit into the ground. So yeah, I just had to throw it in there. Maybe they will handle Jay Park's U.S. touring. I mean, yeah, 'cause they do. I think Rock Nation does do like touring and shit too. So, I mean, maybe this is just like a management deal type of thing.
Know.
So I know for a fact that they have no dealings with Higher Music. So I hope people weren't wondering with that. Like I know in the beginning people was wondering like, oh, is Jay gonna leave Higher Music? No, or AMG? No. He's still going to be able to do his Korean activities or whatever in Korea. Like, so no, Jay's not leaving AMG and all that shit. I'm like, I have to tell people in the beginning because people were like, is he leaving? I'm like, no, he's not. It's cool. Calm down.
There's not really much else going on in K-pop. There were a slew of releases this last week. Shawol360 came out. I really like it. Summertime vibe. I dig it. Mamamoo's egoistic. Okay. Anyway, nice song.
Funny about Mamamoo. So we watched the live stages for Mamamoo. Now the song called "Sleep in the Car." Now I'm thinking it's gonna be a ballad.
Yeah.
That's not what we got. That's not what we got.
Yeah, it was not a ballad.
It was pretty much like
it was like
taller,
a BTS cipher almost.
Yeah, like taller than you vibes.
Yeah.
But the thing was, the performance was very lackluster. Like,
what's the problem?
She
What
was
is the
looking like,
problem?
are we done?
Her face didn't even read right. Like, it's one thing if your body is tired and
Right.
you can't really go through the motions. Your face should carry your performance if your body can't. Her
Mhm.
face did not carry the performance. Look it up if you'd like. But I'd like to know what the heck's going on.
Right. Now, the performance for Egotistic was much better.
Mm.
The funny thing I heard I've heard of this song before. But yeah, it just looked kind of weird. And then who else came back? I still didn't check out G-Friend. Oh, the big
Chungha
three.
came back.
Chungha came back. The big three, Big Hit and Star Empire, are trying to make music streaming service. Oh yeah. Yeah. So kind of pretty much competition for 1TheK and Stone Music Entertainment. Pretty much. That's pretty much what they're doing.
I mean, I don't understand why Big Hit would involve themselves in that, or any of the big three, because like Big Hit used to have their videos on 1TheK, and when you look at if you look at the early videos, like they had way more hit counts than
on their actual on the actual channel. Yeah,
but
they did.
I think they stopped putting things on 1TheK after Dope. I think that might have been one of the last ones.
Maybe
or Run.
Fire. Maybe Fire. I think Fire may have been the last one.
Fire might have been the last
So
one.
like Young Forever was probably like the last album that they stopped. They did with 1TheK. After that,
Yeah,
they
after
stopped
that,
doing shit
everything
with-
is on Big Hit.
Yeah.
But SM has never been on 1TheK.
No,
YG has never been on 1TheK. JYP has never been on 1TheK.
Mm-mm.
So I really don't understand what the point would be for them to start a streaming service together when they've never been on 1TheK. And Star Empire, I'm actually subscribed to Nine Muses channel to watch their videos. So I don't know if Star Empire was putting stuff on 1TheK or not. But yeah, it just doesn't make any sense to me for them to want to all get together, because at the end of the day, they all get a great amount of views on their individual label channels. I think the only thing is for YG, some of their views are split because there's like a Big Bang channel, and then there's a YG Entertainment channel, and I think there might be a 2NE1 channel. Like they have some split up channels.
Everyone has their individual channels.
JYP has a 2 p.m. channel, but I think all of Twice's videos are on the JYP Entertainment channel.
Yeah, I think their music videos are on the JYP channel, but I think they have their own channel. Same with GOT7. I think like Twice, GOT7, 2 p.m. They all have individual channels, but I think except with the exception of like GOT7 and Twice, those are all on the JYP one.
Yeah.
And Day 6, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but I think certain people are on their channel, but it's confusing as hell because that is true. Like with YG, like Big Bang, 21, Winner, Icon, Blackpink, they all have their own channels. But there is a YG Entertainment channel. So like the Katy video you'll see on there. Like all the old YG songs. So like stuff from Jin Yushan and all that will be on the YG channel. But I know they do stuff when it's confusing as
like
well.
I think it would make more sense for there to be like a K hip hop channel. Like for Amoeba Culture, Brand New, Higher Music, Higher Ground, all those labels to get together and do their own channel. That makes way more sense.
Yeah.
Because like Crush's new song, when it came out, I saw it on the Amoeba Culture channel and I saw it on the Stone Music channel. It has more views on Stone Music, which, you know, is fine. It is what it is. But I think that they definitely would make more sense all coming together.
So I'm going to say she was my bias and they did her dirty and what she's doing in China now.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that would make more sense because I think, cause see, not all K-hip-hop videos you can find on like Stone Music Entertainment or CJE&M. Like you gotta go hunting for that shit. You really do. Like especially some of these like not well-known rappers and R&B artists, you gotta go digging for it. So that makes more sense to have all of those, either like the popular ones or the not so popular ones, have their own channel so all of their music can be put on there.
And they pay a lower licensing fee because it's not one of the big One the K. Because the thing is, with One the K, I believe the labels pay a licensing fee in order to have their videos featured on One the K, and there's a ad revenue split on that, I believe, as well.
Right.
So they make more money when it's their own label's YouTube channel, because then they get all the ad revenue, which is part of the reason why Big Hit quit being on One the K. It wasn't that, you know, they quit being on One the K because of some drama bullshit. It was strictly a money move.
Oh, yeah.
Once Big Hit got a big enough following to support having the videos just on their own channel, they're like, well, fuck it. Why would we share money with you when we can keep it all to ourselves? And that's a valid move to make.
And another thing I'm trying to understand is why the hell do I keep seeing One the K in all these damn videos? I've seen it in Monsta X's Dramarama. We've seen it in Momoland's Boom Boom and Bam and someone else's video. Why are we keep seeing One the K in all these videos? Like, is it a promo thing or what?
It must be some cross promotion.
I have no idea.
So Anda is signed to YG Entertainment. Is
she signed?
Is she signed to like YG or is she signed to like YG Acting or YG Black Label or YG You're Kind of With Us but not really?
YGX. What the? Oh, okay. I get it now. Because Sungri is now the CEO of YGX, so that's why she's in this video. That's probably why. Because I'm like, because it was just random. Because I'm like, you don't really hear about Anda much. Like, she hasn't really put out music in a minute. So it was very surprising seeing her in his video. That's why. Because he's the CEO of YGX now. I think that was the one Sungri was on. I think YG was Psy.
Did you hear the news about Park Bom? Park Bom, I heard she's signed to a label of some sort. I wish her the very best. I don't think it's going to work out well for her, but that's not because I think that there's anything wrong with her.
No.
I think there are a lot of factors that would contribute to her not being successful. One being, if her mental state is not correct, she's not going to do well.
No.
Two being, if her vocal situation hasn't gotten straightened out, she's not going to do well. And three being, the Korean public still doesn't like her very much. So all three of those combined, it doesn't make for a recipe for success.
Right.
But I mean, whatever she comes out with, we'll probably buy just because, supporting the movement.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that she's been provided the amount of support she needs to be able to come out with a solo.
Right, and then talking about she's doing stuff overseas, I'm like,
I mean, touring overseas, why not? Why can't Pork Bomb do a club tour?
yeah, I'm saying like actually like making music overseas. I'm like,
I mean, I don't know.
like baby steps a little bit.
I don't know what she's gonna do. I don't know how that's gonna happen.
It's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But I mean, I wish her the best. She's not a bad person, and that's the thing. Like, I know the whole thing with like you're a drug dealer and drug addict and stuff like that. That's been easy for social media people to put on her name.
Right.
But in this time of seeing what it's like for someone who hasn't been given proper assistance and what happens when you're not given proper assistance, I would hope that people would enlighten themselves and stop blaming people for trying to stay alive. Because that's exactly what it is. It wasn't that she was bringing in cocaine or weed or ecstasy tablets,
Xanax and perks
no,
and shit. Yeah.
She was using medicine that in almost any other country would be legal. And so she knew what the rules were for her country. It wasn't right that she did that, but at the same time, I don't believe that she deserves the amount of hate that she has. We'll just cut it out because I need to get ready to go to bed anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. The thing's telling us we got 15%, and I gotta get this food ready for tomorrow, and I got work tomorrow, so.
Yeah. So I don't know what time is it. It's like it's 10 o'clock. Yeah. So yeah. I think we'll just kind of like wrap it up here. So like I said before, this will be our final live stream together because I'm heading back home on Saturday. But yeah, it's been fun doing these videos.
Yeah, hopefully you'll still watch Produce 48. I'll be watching it. Even though I probably won't be on video commenting about it, I'll still be watching it anyway because I'm invested. But yeah, I hope that you guys will continue to watch. If Jade is still doing live streams, I hope you guys will continue to watch her live streams as she talks about it, because it is worth following, because these shows really are the future of K-pop. So you need to get in on the ground floor, otherwise there's a lot of things you're gonna miss.
Yeah, so yeah, I think at first I wasn't going to, but I guess since we've been doing these live streams, whatchamacallit, 10, we're a couple hours back from the East Coast, but yeah, I wasn't going to at first. I was like, oh, no, I'm not going to do it. But then I guess since we've been doing these since the past 6 episodes, I'm going to keep up with them. I know that on Saturdays the live streams are up. I know where to get the subs at. So I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully when I get back, I will find some employment. That will be nice. So yeah, until then, I will do these live streams. Like I said, I will probably do like my video about BEP probably sometime this week. When I get back, I do have some. Well, no. I have something in the works. I just don't know when it's gonna get here yet, but it's gonna be very interesting. I will say that. But yeah. Oh, how you guys? We met through here. We met through here.
The YouTubes.
Through YouTube. I started my channel December 2014. You started your channel.
I really thought that your channel was older than that, because I thought you had like concert footage on your channel.
Yeah, okay, this channel is like 11 something years old. But I didn't start being like a YouTuber in 2014. So I've had my channel since I was like high school. So it's been up for like long time. Yeah, I've had like concert footage. That's what I usually pretty much use it for. Like I would do fan cams for like concerts and stuff like that. But I started doing like K-pop related content back in 2014. So that's when I was supposed to shoot a YouTuber. So I did one of my first videos on my channel is my album collection, and she made a comment, and I started watching her channel. Then you did a video for the K-pop story tag, and then just went from there.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I remember one of my first unboxings on my channel was Rain. I can't remember the song, but it was a Rain song, and then Misconceptions of Us. So that's how long it's been. It's been a long time. What do you collect?
Yeah.
Yes. If you'll just type in Shawol360 on the YouTube, you'll get an idea of what kind of collecting I do.
Yeah, actually, she just released a couple of videos more recently, so go check those out. But yeah, that's how we met. We met through here, and years later, here we are. So yeah, like us and Alex and Mason and May and we're all kind of like in this circle of like unboxers and stuff like that. Well, I haven't unboxed albums in God knows how long, but you get the point.
Yeah, just general like Hallyu appreciation.
Yeah, that's not really. Yeah. So that's how we met and stuff like that. But yeah. So I mean, definitely go if you haven't subscribed to her channel. Please do.
Or don't. Just watch and casually stop. But yeah, we are down to like 0 batteries. So you guys.
I'm at 10. So yeah. So my phone's about to die. So yeah, we're gonna get out of here. So thank you guys for hanging out with us during my time here and all this other stuff. And yeah, so next time you'll see me, I'll be back in my good old hot ass room in New Jersey.
And I will be here in Colorado.
Yes.
Armpits just as moist.
So yeah, thank you guys again. And it wasn't like 5 hours long. Yay!
Right? Thank goodness for batteries that die.
It wasn't all that long. So yeah, we're gonna get out of here, and we'll see you guys next time.
All right.
Bye.